Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. We're off to Patax. We have nothing left to do on their kingdom table. We have no BP. So, it is time to go and join the Rushlight tournament. We do have one mission on the table, and it does say the tournament is beginning. So we better rush. So, yes, we can just leave. Now, our party is kind of determined for us a little bit here. Now, I'm trying to remember exactly who was on that picture, but I know we had Lindsay, Octavia, Reg, and Amiri on our picture. That much I know for sure. So there we... Oh, and Tristian. There we go, and that's 5. So that's who we're going to take to the Rushlight tournament, because those were the people on the picture that we got, and the reason why we're choosing the people on the picture, well, quite simply, is because I think there might be they may have more to say. Now, it may be because those are the only companions you can't... Well, they're the companions you're likely to have at this point. Like, without any other kind of things. So if they had Knock there, that you might not have taken him, you might have fought him. If you had, you might not have Harim there, you might not have all sorts there. I'd say, I guess Valerie you would have, so maybe I'm just completely wrong. I don't know. Anyway, so it is Reg going to a main mission. It's an upgrade for him. We had Amiri, we had Tristian, we had Lindsay, and we had Octavia. There we go, that's our party. The only one I might have wanted to take was Jubilost, but, you know, we'll go for something different. It's a very weird party. It means that we have no true tank. I guess Reg is our tank, because he has... Actually, both of our people at the front have damage-reducing armor, so, you know, they're both reasonable. I don't think who else we have, like, what we have here. So, yeah, I guess our plan would be damage reduction armor. The healing's probably unnecessary. Yeah, so we're a little bit light on... like backline damage, but actually really strong on frontline damage. It's an odd party. I guess we're trying to out-damage them effectively. Now, we have 2 different ways into Patax. We could teleport to Armos and just head south, which I think would be quicker than going through the Null Marches, so I am going to do that. Yeah. Let's try heading south from here. I think this is going to be slightly quicker. Yeah. Oh, there's someone on the road. Get ready. Okay. I'm ready. Ooh, we have to meet him. Never mind. Not the event.
An epic pose? I need inspiration.
Oh, cultist fighters. Okay, this is fine. The game is lagging ever so slightly, but that's fine. Yeah, go get that one. Use any of that stuff. Staggering critical? Yeah, sure, that seems fine. The game does seem to be lagging quite a lot. Give me a second. Right, I'm back in here. Looks like the sound is still working. All I did was went and shut all like background programs to see how things were going. Right, let's go back to this. So, Amiri's going to run in here. Reg? I think he's going to run in. We don't often use his magic unless we're fighting something that we have a little bit of time for, because basically he'll spend all the time casting and then like it doesn't matter because he could have killed it in one critter anyway. Lindsay? Definitely inspire courage and then one of these hastes. I'm probably over-preparing, but that's okay.
Repent.
Shoot that one. Octavia? She can probably shoot this one. And we will shoot in here. I think we'll leave our maximize on. Yeah, that's fine. What's up with this guy? Oh, he's about to turn into a portal, isn't he? Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. It's been a while. So are these new or are these like old ones? So basically I'm like, is this a new event or is this like, so is it saying are the portals back or is it an old event that we just dodged basically? Okay. So this isn't great. Tristian? You in range for healing? No. Move forward. Spam healing, I guess.
You forced my
Although
hand.
that one did just stop existing, which is pretty good. We have a couple around the outside. I'm going to chuck a fireball over there. Yeah. Definitely going to maximize it as well. Well, that's pretty good. They are absolutely destroying. You get that one. You get that one. Tristian, run forward.
This won't kill me.
Good, the heal went in, so that saved her for a turn. She killed that one. Oh. Yeah. They shouldn't have missed, basically. Ooh. That was tough. Surprisingly tough, actually. We can grab the loot on the way out, I think. Everybody, let's do some healing.
Right here, my friend.
Good. Another one. Yeah, let's just heal using this. That's fine. Probably going to have a rest before anything major happens, so that's fine. Yes, we'll head out this way.
The path is clear.
So are there cultists in Patax, or is this just an old event that sometimes randomly happens? Who knows? Alright, we'll grab all that. Grab some of this stuff. They do appear to have, like, proper magical armor and stuff, so I don't know. Maybe it's a new event. Seems unlikely, though. They've kind of done the portal people for, like, they've kind of done them entirely. We didn't really have that much trouble with them, so that's fine. Ooh, that's not in our realm anymore. Actually, that was in our realm. Oh, okay, that's fine. Do we still want to fight everything? I think we do. Yeah, I think we still want to fight everything for the XP. Are we level 14 yet? We are so close to level 14. It's unbelievable. Yeah, get it.
Solid plan.
Yeah, you don't need to use that. Just shoot it.
I'll try to make this swift.
Wow. The negatives on the stats. Definitely not my favorite thing in the world. Okay. New plan. Fireball. Well, not fireball. But, you know, fire. That was good damage, I suppose. Maybe try one of those.
Strike worth a legend.
Okay. Very not good. We only hit one, but it was maximized, I suppose. Okay, Fireball. Hit it. We're going to get you to rage as well. Then maybe lightning. Just in case. Ooh, we did 56 of that one. Okay. Nice, it's dead. Negative is that we were slightly hurt, but luckily we have more Oh, wait, do we really not have... Oh no, it's only saying it'll cost 2 diamond dust. I thought it was saying we only had 2 diamond dust remaining. That would have been it. Impressive, given how much we bought. There we go, let's just heal that up there. I'm not going to rest on the way to the tournament, because we got a thing saying the tournament is beginning now. So that makes me think we're already a little late for it, but we'll see. Basically, really don't want to be late for the tournament. Right, let's head out this way. Never mind. Let's head out this way. Apparently we could have just left this one. Okay, that's fine. The XP, though, we are still so close. We're within, like, we're, what was that, 801 XP away? That's, like, 3 enemies. Like, 3 big enemies. That's definitely possible. Especially, it's even possible on the way to Patax. I think we get it first, like, story bit that we finish. We get a level up. Okay, Rushlight, still going for it. There's the other mysterious shrine! Still need to go to Rushlight first, but it's this way, isn't it? There we go, in here. Wait, what's this one? Rushlight Fields. Wait a second, what's this? This Hemlock Island. Never mind. This is where I needed to go. Bet they didn't expect us to arrive from within Pitax. Excuse me? How do we get there? Oh, this way.
My breath.
I don't want to enter Pitax, but it's interesting to know where it is. Okay.
May we have a moment of respite?
Well, I'm going to quick save, and then we'll find out whether you can have a moment of respite. Right, rest. Manage, so... Get these off here, get these off there. So 29, 27, so you're cook, you're camouflage. Sharpen weapons is fine. I guess you're going to do that, and you're going to hunt. Yeah. 0 perception is pretty bad, to be honest with you. So I should swap them around, but I don't... Yeah, I suppose that's fine. Right, yeah. Don't use rations, that's fine. Actually, do we have a plus on skill, on, like, skill checks? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Saving throws, the haggis one might be the best one for us. Although, maybe if we get one that isn't haggis, yeah, maybe onion soup. I think that might be Tristian's favorite. Trying to remember. No. Unless there's another one that sounds better. Succulent sausages, no. The eel is 10 movement speed? Ooh. That's actually significant. 2 on damage rolls. These ones down here are much better. Fortitude. Ooh, wow. Some of these are amazing. First World Mince Pie. +4 bonus to a random ability score. Oh, what's White Rose Oysters? Oh, +4 to all concentration checks. These ones down here are insane. Immunity to all poisons and diseases for a day? Ooh. Wow. Okay. I think we're just gonna have the onion soup, but you know, the rest of them are really, really good. Okay, useful to know. If we ever need to, like, cook before we go into something. That's insane. Right. Let's go in here. Doesn't look like we've failed any quests or anything, so I think we're good, yeah. Did get here about as quick as we could. Like, even quicker than going through the normal marches, so... You know. I think we're alright. Right. And... in we go. Ooh, it's Iravetti, and we leveled up! King Iravetti greets you personally. The bulky Kelid is broad-shouldered, and looks to be somewhere around 50 years of age. His golden crown sits on long greasy hair above a heavily powdered face covered in bristle, and its expensive doublet is stained with oily spots. He guffaws as he squeezes you in a bear hug, enveloping you in the mixed scents of sweat, wine, and expensive perfume. Now, the only experience we've had with Patak so far is we met their ambassador came to us to start with. Apart from Tartusio, I'm going to avoid Tartusio right now, and we know that they've been doing spy stuff and they've been trying to get a secret artifact, but they had their ambassador who came to us, and he was very, very rude to us, originally. Like, extremely rude. Then, the guy came in again, and we saved him from something, and then he basically gave us 2 things. Well, one, he said that we could become a vassal of Patax, and we were very unhappy at that. But he also said he would, like, put in a good word with us, and that's about all we know about him. In terms of, like, that's all the official contact we've had with Patax right now. We have a lot of kind of non-official contact with Patax with bits all over the place. Obviously, they're the ones who attacked at the start of the game, so there's a whole bunch of stuff there. But that's the only information that we currently have to work on. Let's go.
Well, my crown-bearing sister, welcome to my home. Stuff yourself, drink, be my guest. You've proven yourself in combat as well as affairs of state. Let's see how you do at having fun.
Well, here's where I think we're straight away. We've got a grudge. You're the epitome of hospitality, aren't you? Not too long ago, your spy nearly killed me. Do you remember the one named Tartusio?
Tartuccio? The short purple fellow? Ha! You're bearing a grudge about something that happened years ago. I assure you that escapade in Lady Germandi's mansion was entirely his own arrogation. I sent him to spy on her, not to start a battle or a fire, or a flood for that matter. Now don't be so spiteful. I have invited you here to put all those little grievances behind us, and to establish a firm and lasting peace between our kingdoms.
Alright. Well, you know what? We're going to take him at his word. We're going to move on just now. We'll bring it up again if it happens again, or if there's anything that brings it up. But, you know, I'm happy to finally meet you.
It's no good for kings and queens to stay in our palaces all the time. We need to meet, be friends with one another. It's all about keeping up neighborly relations, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the plan. First, the Fishers Triathlon. Then a boasting contest. And in the evening, the best part, a drunken melee. In the interim, there'll be a buffet, a fair, jugglers, acrobats, all the usual entertainment. And after the melee, I'll announce the winner. And then we'll have a festive banquet and a fireworks show. Then we just drink till morning or find a tent to crawl into. Your own or someone else's, depending on your luck. By the way, a knockout such as yourself will always be welcome in my tent. Just joking. Just a joke.
That sound like the haha, just a joke unless you're into it, but haha, just a joke. Okay, yeah.
Oh, and one more thing. I'll have to seal your sheath. This is a peaceful celebration, after all, and bullies will be kicked out immediately. It doesn't matter if it's a king who decided to kick up a row or just a shopkeeper. So behave yourself and don't start any fights while you're here.
You can seal my sheath all you like. I have magic.
Well, I have to go. If you need anything, talk to Nunzio Arpaia. He's my master of ceremonies, so he's responsible for organizing this mess. Have fun.
Was Nunzio the name of the ambassador we met before? I'm not sure. He might have been. It's been so long since we met him. See you later, Castruccio Iravetti. Ooh, we got a Pitax Warden there. Anything else? Not really. Okay. Let's have a look around. Mivon guest. That's fine. Ooh, a shop. A shop. Does this mean they have really good equipment? Yeah. Okay. Ah, they have +4s of everything. +4 heavy plate though. That's cool. And +4 adamantine heavy plate. Those are extremely good. Okay, and then Dark Frost is the only special item they have here. I think. If I sort by price, we'll get what the special items are. Yeah, okay, so they have Dark Frost, which is a +4 necrotic spear, which summons friendly will-o-wisps when it ends a life. Ooh, interesting. The Morning, +4 keen short spear, lands a hit, it has a chance to cast Crushing Despair on the target. Whenever it lands a critical hit, it has a chance to cast Finger of Death spell on the target. Ooh, that is really nice. We can't use it, but it's really nice. Then the Chaos Warhammer. You imbue the target with chaos. Anytime they roll a d20, they must roll twice and take the least favorable result. At disadvantage. Got it. Interesting. Oh, and then Whimsy's a short bow. Whenever it lands a hit, it has a chance to cast Hideous Laughter on the target. Very interesting. Okay, well, none of that we're going to buy, so let's go price, and this, not price, date we acquired, and then sell a bunch of this junk. Actually, offer first. Yeah, we'll sell all that junk we just picked up. We don't actually have enough money to buy any of this stuff right now, so yeah, we're good. Deal. Yeah, it works for me. Right. Oh, and we need to level up, so Reg, taking another point in, oh no, not Magus, in Eldritch Knight. There we go. Does Magus get him anything? Nah, you'd have to go 2 points in Magus to get anything. Okay, we'll go Eldritch Knight. We'll stick with where we were going. Still not sure if this is the right way, but he does get a level 5 spell, which is pretty neat. Here, we want to just go for these 3. That seems alright. And then, he gets a level 3 and 2 level 5 spells. So his level 3 spell, he already has a bunch. So it's Stinking Cloud, Haste, Fireball, or Beast Shape. Stinking Cloud, maybe? It's on all targets. I really don't like the all targets one. I prefer the ones that are like, this affects only enemies. Okay. Oh, and this one recommends he shouldn't have Dispel Magic, which I've given him before. Haste is interesting. Haste is fine. We already have haste bots, so Beast Shape, maybe? I guess I'm just going to get him Fireball, get him a ranged thing. Vampiric Shadow Shield is the one that immediately catches my eye here. The spell wreathes you in a shadowy energy and damages those who make melee attacks against you. Any creature that strikes you with its body or handheld weapon deals normal damage, but at the same time the attacker rolls 1d6 points of negative energy damage plus 1 point per caster level, which is going to be plus 14. The attacker has spell resistance that applies to this effect. When the attacker takes damage from the spell, you heal a number of hit points equal to 25% of the damage dealt. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. What's Baleful Polymorph? You change the subject into a dog. It can't attack. Okay, and then it gets it until it saves. Fire Snake is interesting. Cloud Kill. Based on hit die. Don't like it. Acidic Spray. Does acid to things and then does it per round. Fire Snake is definitely interesting, especially as it doesn't hit allies. Yeah, I guess Fire Snake's the best kind of generic one there. Vampiric Shadow's Shield, though, is one we need to use like 90% of the time. In fact, I'm not sure if I'm even going to give him any points in the other one. Like in Spellbook. Oh wait, no, he just does uses per day. Never mind. So, that's fine. Amiri. Let's give you another point in Fighter. Now that gets her strong grip up 1. So that's an extra CMB and CMD on Sunder and Disarms. Okay, that's fine. And a bonus combat feat. Next level she gets Pile Driver though. They make a single melee attack with two-handed weapon. If the attack hits, you may roll Bull Rush or Trip Combat. Ooh, interesting. Here, just the usual stuff. So athletics. Wait, is it just athletics and mobility I'm going? Yeah, I don't really care about lore nature so much here. That's fine. Greater weapon focus, not so much the way I want to go. I want more crits. So she already has a critical mastery, so that's not going to stack. Bull Rush? No, we don't need to do that because she's going to get Pile Driver next level. Combat mobility? No. Seize the moment? No, that's when an ally also has this. Sunder Armor is another thing. Tiring critical? Already has a critical mastery one. Okay. Precise Strike? Nope. When you and an ally. Intimidating Prowess? Your physical might, your strength can be used in persuasions. Proved Initiative is nice. Hammer the Gap is also nice. So each consecutive hit deals damage equal to the number of previous hits you've made. That's not really what we need. I guess Improved Initiative I'll take another one of. It's fine. Plus 4 initiative. It's not going to ever be bad.
Lindsay was called forth.
Lindsay's going to get a Bard, so that gets her Bard talent and then Frightening Tune, so she can frighten things. Cool. We'll give her these points. Yeah, use Magic Device, I guess, is the last one. So, Bard talent. So she already has a weapon focus. Combat trick, maybe, but yeah, I don't know. Don't really need stealth. Skill focus, I guess. I guess I'll give her skill focus trickery. Yeah, we'll give her skill focus trickery because that's kind of what I use her for a lot of the time. Then we get level 2 and level 5. Level 2, we have a lot of spells here already. None of them are kind of pure damage spells, so I might try and get her something like that, although we don't appear to have any pure damage spells for her. Don't know where we're going to go here. Could go something like Cat's Grace, get herself dexterity bonuses. Potentially that could be the best way to go. Invisibility on herself could be interesting. Glitter Dust is an interesting one as well. I'm going to go Cat's Grace. The ability to give herself a... yeah, the ability to give herself some dexterity for extra damage seems good. She already has Key Shout and Joyful Rapture here, so we're going to go for... we've already looked at these before. Phantasmal Web, that's Will the spell. I want to kind of avoid those. Summon Monster just summons a bunch of monsters. Shadow Evocation, anything that's like Shadow or Phantasmal I'm not interested in. No. Mind Fog. Creatures in the Mind Fog take a -10 penalty to Wisdom and Will saves. Okay, maybe. Cloak of Dreams. Surrounded by an aura. That causes all living creatures within 5 feet to make a will save each round or fall asleep for 1 minute. Could be interesting. Fill your target's mind with a blaring cacophony of discordant sounds, making it hard for a target to act and concentrate. Again, nauseated condition for the duration of the spell. If it saves, if it fails, it will save. Does it tell me what nauseated is? No, but I think I kind of remember what it is. Let's take it. It's only on enemies, so it seems like a debuff that we don't already have.
Let us bide our time.
I'm going to do Octavia next. Octavia's going to get Arcane Trickster. Gets her the next sneak attack, which is very nice. Just fill out these ones here. That's okay. So, let's have a look here. So this is level 5 spells, or one level 5 and one... Oh no, it's only level 6 spells or something? Yeah, it's level 6 spells. Okay. So reckons I should go for Transmutation. What's Dragonkind 1? You become a medium dragon-like creature. Yeah, I'm not overly worried about that. The damage doesn't seem amazing. All breath weapons deal 68 points of damage and allow reflex save for half damage. On the other hand, that's pretty nice. Maybe we'll get our Dragonkind. Stone to Flesh is interesting. Ooh, Tarpool. What's Transformation? You become a fighting machine, stronger, tougher, faster, more skilled in combat. Your mindset changes so you can relish combat and can't cast spells even from magic items. So you get a bonus to Strength, Dexterity, Con, Natural Armor, and Competency bonus. Proficiency of all simple and martial weapons. Okay, Tarpool. Convert a layer of the ground into hot tar. Creatures in the area in the tar take 1d6 points of fire damage per 2 caster levels. Okay. Must succeed in a reflex save or become entangled. Yeah. Make attempts each round after the effect to leave. They take a -5 penalty on mobility. All creatures take 2d6 points of fire damage each round and must attempt a reflex save. Any creature that falls prone in the area takes -4 reflex save. After leaving tar area, a creature can take no actions for 1 round until it cleans itself. That sounds really nice, actually, yeah. Actually, that sounds better on this one. Oh no, we'll take both. Yeah, that's fine. That seems absolutely fine. They're 2 interesting spells for her. Talking of about Octavia, 1, she has a spell book, doesn't she? And we have to choose spells. She does, so we're going to give her... let's give her Baleful Polymorph here, just so we have something. On this one, oh yes, before we do that, we probably have some more scrolls for her to learn. Yeah. So anything that we can copy to the spellbook, we will copy to the spellbook. I don't know what we've already taught her, but that's fine. Anything that we can teach her now seems fine. We'll just do a little click through. I think actually anything else beyond that point must be something we had previously. Yeah, I think we had that previously. Everything else we've had, so that's fine. Right, to spellbook. So no new level 6 ones. Did we get any higher ones? No, I don't think so. I think all the ones we got were lower. So yeah, she probably got, I think Controlled Fireball is new. Or maybe it was Fireball we got. Yeah. Anyway. Doesn't really matter that much. Maybe it was Grease we got. I figure out what that shape was on it. I probably should have looked. I think it was Controlled Fireball. Anyway, doesn't matter because we're not using it anyway. On this one, I'll take Tarpool, Disintegrate, and Dragonkind. Sure. Okay, and then we get to us. Our level up time. Sorcerer. We get level 7 spells and level 6 spells. I think we already had level 7 spells, so I think this is like the next level of them. That's okay. Right. Never mind, we don't have any level 7 spells. This is our first level 7. Fantastic. We got a lot of stuff in here. So, Caustic Eruption. So, acid erupts from space in all directions, causing 1d6 points of damage per caster level. So, that's 14d6 to creatures and unintended objects in the area. Each of the next 2 rounds, creatures and objects that fail their saves against initial burst take an additional 1d6 points of acid damage per 2 caster levels. So basically half damage, so 7d6. Okay, interesting. Key Shout, that's 14d6 and a fortitude save. Anything else? There's no fire at this level. Prismatic Spray. That's hit die. Okay. There's no fire at this level. So there's Fire Brand. You mark allies with a flaming rune. This rune does not cause damage and sheds light as if it was a torch. When the firebrand burns, any creature it marks is immune to damage from any fire spell you cast. Ooh, okay. That's very, very interesting. All of the target's weapons inflict 1d6 points of fire damage on a hit. Okay, and at any point during the spell's duration, the creature bearing the firebrand can launch a beam of fire at a target within 30 feet as a swift action. This ray requires a ranged touch attack to hit and deals 66 points of fire damage. Once they do it, they lose the effect. I think that one has to be what we take, although Dragonkind 2 is interesting. I think we take Firebrand. Yeah, that's extremely useful for tight spaces. Yeah. That is actually extremely good. Right, and Tristian is still level 13. I think. Level 13? Or was that level 15 we just hit? No, so he's level 13. Right, let's head this way. How are we looking? Yeah, we explored a bit of it. That's just a Patax Warden. It's okay. Along this way. Anything over here? Ooh, we got Karn Varil. The gnome's yellow, bloodshot eyes scan the faces in the room nervously. Noticing you, he grabs for his sealed sheath. What? Who are you? Oh, it's your Royal Highness. Oh, forgive me, I didn't recognize you. An honor, truly a huge honor. I'm Karn Varil, a simple salesman. Who are you? I've told you already. The gnome's voice rises in anger. I'm a simple salesman, not rich, not noble. Why'd a queen concern herself with me? She wouldn't. What is it you sell? What do you care? Fish, and the like. Who might you recommend I meet here? No one, everyone. How should I know? I'm just a simple salesman. Leave me be. Alright, see ya. Yes, your highness. A great honor. Go have fun. Alright. Well, I will see you later, maybe. Or not at all.
The path is clear.
Ooh, another shop back here? Nope. Actually, absolutely nothing back here except a way to reveal our map. Okay, so he actually got a marker on our map, didn't he? Yeah, he does. Interesting. He must be important enough to get a marker. Path of Splendid Glory. So this author, Ingvord the Golden Quill, professor of the Academy of Grand Arts Patax. And what country, what city had the honor of being the birthplace of our magnificent king, the unparalleled Castruccio Iravetti? The question is more difficult than it seems. It's commonly believed that he comes from Numeria. Starfall is usually named as his homeland, but his noble features point to a relationship with the Taldan nobility. We theorize that his true homeland is Opara, the ancient capital of the great empire. Little Castruccio once ran upon its granite pavements, feasting his eyes upon the golden spires and domes, taking in the spirit of royal grandeur. Interesting. Ooh, Rushin, hello. Ah, adventurers, look at my wares. New wares, in big bag. All new, all bestest. Only me be old, can't be any bester. What are you doing here? You know? No? Sellers be where fair is. No one be calling us. We come where the buying is. We be professional traders. Show me your wares. Okay, so he sells ever-burning torches. Here's some mace of Chawuk. Okay. Cheese. I'll buy your cheese, your eggs, your herbs, your milk, and your butter. Thank you very much. I will see you later. Or not at all. Okay. Anything else in here? No, doesn't look like there's anything else over there. Do a little quick save. Very important. We found the butter, so. Gralton Guest, Patax Warden. Ooh. Emir Decham. Amid the tournament's frivolity, you notice two men nearby are having a heated but hushed discussion. One wears flashy clothing fit for an entertainer, whereas the other wears the steel armor and red cloak of Patax's guard. It's difficult to hear what they're saying. Stealth? Although the two huddle near one another, their voices only occasionally rising above the ambient laughter music, you're able to overhear the rest of their conversation. So this is in a very, very weird color of writing. I think that's Talwyn Hulmarian. The guard sternly chides the entertainer. I don't know quite what you're up to, Emir, but I know that look. You're planning something dangerous. This isn't the time. You know he's become harsher about. Look around you, Talwyn, Emir interjects. This celebration, it's just more blood and sport to cover for the ongoing troubles, and we both helped shepherd it along. This isn't the future we had planned for, but it's the one the fates have dealt. Can we really stand by? He begins to raise his hand and strike a pose as if preparing to make a bold declaration. The guard's hand intercepts Emir's arm, firmly preventing the entertainer from making a scene. You know how harsh justice is these days. I've seen it with my own eyes, and it would crush me to see noble intentions harming good people, especially like you. I appreciate those feelings. I do. The Emir gently removes Talwyn's hand from his arm. But what Batax needs now is action, and I intend to act. The entertainer looks up, spots you, and smiles as Talwyn frowns and sadly walks away. It's a rare day that life emulates screenplays, Your Highness. Could it be that heroes have arrived in the people's time of need? Oh, heroism, that's exactly what we do. See that symbol on his clothing? This marks him as a member of the Red Crescent Theatre in Patax, a fellow artist. She eagerly extracts her journal. Imagine the stories we could write together. What seems to be the problem? I arrived here 5 years ago answering King Erivetti's call for artists and actors to make Patax a new crucible for the arts. Admittedly, the king dedicated plenty of money to building new theatres and schools. Art only thrives, though, when there are visitors and patrons to pay for it. Emir sidles closer, lowering his voice. That's where Erivetti has failed. The Patax River is our lifeline, connecting us to the outside world. River pirates know it, and they prey upon incoming travellers. You might think the king would thwart these pirates and defend his people, but no, he's only sent escorts to protect key shipments, leaving everyone else to the pirates' depredations. This tournament, it hides how we suffer from the king's inaction. Now, when the king's soldiers cannot or will not vanquish the villains, what happens in the stories? He winks and gestures knowingly. That's right, heroes step in. Numerous victims have told me of the attacks, and I have pieced together the approximate location of the pirates' camp. If you can ambush and defeat them, traffic will flow, commerce will thrive, and you'll command the adoration of the boatmen, dock workers, artists, and more. Naturally, I'm prepared to write a play dramatizing your exploits. What do you say? I have questions. The wisest protagonist always has questions. What would you like to know? How many pirates are there? It varies by report. The camp should have a few dozen, so you might try to take them by surprise. Why isn't the king acted? That's unclear. It might be lack of soldiers, or perhaps it's lack of will. Leaving the pirates alone might also undercut political or economic enemies in some way. But at what cost? Is there a reward? Emir laughs nervously. The term starving artist was fairly common in Taldor. Perhaps you haven't heard it before. I do not have much wealth, but I can help you win the people's adoration. I also understand that among the theatre's props are a few enchanted items of actual value. So perhaps I can entice you with those? Okay, I've made my choice. I'm ready to help you. Emir grins eagerly. Then it's settled! I'll write down the directions real quick, and when you're done, meet me in Patax so I can hear your account. No doubt the magistrate will be pleased to stop getting piracy complaints too. He draws a roll of parchment from a scroll tube. I hope you'll arrive in time to see my latest production. Speaking of which, I'm already late to oversee its rehearsal. That's more like it. Let's go crush these pirates. We better not waste time here. I don't like Patax or its people. Everyone's always trying to cheat you, swindle you, or drag you into some other cunning scumbaggery. Consider this a little preview. Good hunting. Ooh, a book. I'm ready. Interior of Castle's Hall. Night. The fat Duke paces and frets, looking with concern towards a window. A crowd jeers outside. Fool sits upon the floor and watches Duke with concern. Fool opens his mouth to speak consoling words, but then recoils when the Duke looks at the Fool irritably. Rage, hatred, wrath, and spite they shout below. What villain must I be to earn such ire? Your grace, protests this humble fool, I swear. The folk they praise your acts without levity. For's not your deeds that draw their eyes to tears. Nay, you they honour with bright confetti. Why, you ask your grace, whose policies they loathe? One name, O Duke, that king. Oh, send word to my finest knight, with blade like blazing justice, so burning with red righteousness. Your grace, if one so humble might protest. Speak, fool. That warrior man you deem your best has all the noble heart of drunken wolves who chase the shepherd's flock while licking lips, and they claim they drool for want of the sheep's safety. Fool, of what you know of laws, lands, and ships. Our king's word has this knight of his esteem, and yet now you judge a soldier's worth. Duke raises a hand to strike the fool. No honour claims when innocent heads roll, and your knight hears anguish yet laughs with mirth. No crime is humour. Aye, no crime except when Sir Knight snorts mead set jokes at your grace's girth. Forsooth, fetch me my blade and cuirass, and serve as squire from fool, and serve as squire to my thirsty vengeance. Duke angrily grabs his sword to find the knight as the fool chases after him with a breastplate in hand. Okay, seems awful. Also, this is very weird, because I was thinking that was going to be a fool line, but that's quite obviously just all one sentence. Very weird. Anyway. Yes, that's something that's happened now. Was I that was Lindsay dancing. Okay. I was like, was I dancing? I don't see any reason to dance.
I'll go ahead.
Unless that was meant to be a song. Which I don't think it was. Ooh, dock worker. Who's Walsh Kevelway? Several concerned dock workers crowd around a finely dressed half-elf who listens to the workers with imperious dignity. It's as we were telling you, Judge, this is the third shipment in 2 months they've stolen from us. Can't keep that up. Doesn't matter how good the last year's business has been. No cargo means no pay, and no pay means no new shipments. We asked you about the thefts before, and nothing's changed. Where's the king's justice, your honour? The half-elf patiently motions for silence. It is true that pirates have taken route along the Patax River and attacked several shipments heading upriver. The king has... He pauses, noticing you for the first time. He adjusts his posture to stand taller and straightens his sash of office before continuing. King Iravetti shall address the problem soon. However, he will hear no formal complaints until after the Rushlight tournament. In the meantime, he advises that travellers downriver take care around Littletown. Until then, partake in the festivities and the king's generosity. If anyone has further questions or concerns, I am at your disposal. The gathered workers grumble and disperse, barely mollified by this response. Littletown. Whoever called this tiny village in the Pataxian backwoods a town was flattering it. This tiny dot is barely visible on the map. A bright sash cuts across this man's chest, identifying him as a magistrate of Patax. He makes a shallow bow while keeping his head inclined upward, as if being polite while also conveying his superiority. May the king's law guide you at the Rushlight tournament today. Well, I'm clearly addressing someone important, but I don't believe we've met. The half-elf motions to his sash. I am the Honourable Walsh Selvaway, a magistrate of Patax, judge of the people's concerns, and executor of the king's justice. I overheard you talk about stolen shipments. There a problem? Ah, yes, that's, He sets his teeth into a practiced smile, though his teeth briefly grind together. An outbreak of river piracy has caused some consternation amongst the citizens. Simply avoid or exercise caution near Littletown in the meantime. Well, perhaps Patax would benefit from someone who has a history of vanquishing bandits. Let us be clear, declares the magistrate, narrowing his eyes with disdain. Patax's armed forces are entirely capable of handling these criminals. There is no need for would-be heroes or aspiring vigilantes to get involved, much less foreign interests. I recommend enjoying the rest of the festival. How can he be so deaf to people's woes and he calls himself a judge? I knew a judge once. She spent nights butchering her own kin, then went on to become a zombie. This guy seems fine in comparison. Well, fine day to you. Right. See you later. Anything along here? We're finding a lot about these shipments, but not too much else. Okay, ooh, more books.
The path is clear.
Right, I'm just going to head all the way along the coast, because it seems like there might be more along here, so... Nope, that's a way out. Okay. Now we're just going to, I guess, do the next sweep, right? Back along the center. Ooh, more traders. Fantastic. The Path of Splendid Glory. Yeah, we've already read that, but there were a couple of them here. Okay. Actually, who wrote it? Ingvord. Okay, try and remember that. So this person sells scrolls and potions. Lapis Lazuli Wyvern. This figure is capable of summoning a barb-tongued wyvern once per day for 10 minutes. The barb-tongued wyvern's bite is just as deadly as its sting. Wyvern draws power from the owner of this figurine, and its HD hit dice are equal to the summoner's character level with a maximum of 16. Cool. Apart from that, he sells a bunch of scrolls. Yeah, okay. What's this Greater Kinetic Diadem? It increases damage by Kinesis Simple Blasts. Not interested in the slightest. Okay. It's fine.
Tread lightly.
Okay, I like the dance. I like it. I'll do a little quick save as well while we head back. Ooh, do they sell bombs and arrow and pot? Ooh. Looks like they sell like thievery stuff. What's a lock-picking competition? Hello. Test your finesse against the finest dwarven locksmithing. Crack the lock and get a prize. Who'll challenge the best dwarven locks in the Five Kings Mountains? What's going on? Do you know your way around a lockpick? Why not show off your skills? Here we have 3 chests bound with the finest dwarven locks straight from High Helm. One attempt is 500 gold. Open 1 lock and you get some of your money back. 2 locks and you get more than you paid. Open all 3 and you get a grand prize. Alright, I'll try and pick the locks. Splendid. Come, the table's right here. I wish you the best of luck. Lindsay,
Adventures call to them.
I believe in you.
Anything else?
Lindsay, I really believe in you.
Applause, please.
Come on, Lindsay. There was a trap.
Applause, please.
She managed to do that, and she also got past the trap in the meantime. Can she treat her own affliction? Yes, she can. That's fine. So she's treated it, so she's no longer getting poisoned.
Something bothering
Hopefully. Or did she fail to dispel it? Failed to dispel it. Okay. We do have a neutralized poison, don't we? Did I put it on? Also, does it feel like there's meant to be music in this section? Let me just check that there's no music. Okay. Yeah, cancel. Is it all ambient? Oh, the music's ambient here. That's better. How high does it have to be? Oh, if I don't let go, it doesn't change. I'm going to change ambient up. The reason I put ambient down is because it also contains things like lightning strikes. There we go. That's better. There's background music. Oh, neutralize poison.
Once a girl told me my eyes light up her world. I said that the blessing of Sarenrae will light up her soul. She seemed disappointed.
Remove sickness. Ah, we'll just wait for it to wear off. It's only 10 seconds. We can cure the dexterity damage afterwards. This kills Lindsay. I'm going to be very disappointed, although I think Dex doesn't kill.
Share your trouble.
Is this permanent? It is permanent. Wow. Okay, well, cure. That was vicious. But Lindsay passed all of them. We just have a look at how difficult that was. Also, we got 3,000 gold for unlocking that. And received the Trap Springer's gloves. Ooh, nice. But does it say how difficult it was? That one was a DC 46 check. The final one. Wow. Okay. Well, Lindsay, do we need you to have the Trap Springer's gloves? Ooh, you already have the cheat sheet gloves. They're probably better. Well, they're good on Lindsay. I'll keep those on Lindsay. She doesn't need the others because we got that trickery thing. Anyway, let's talk to this guy. Nah, farewell. Okay. He did try and trap us, but I'm not going to start a fight because we were told not to start a fight. That simple, really. If the game tells you not to do something, you don't do it. Most of the time. Right, along here. That was a reasonable amount of gold we got, but it really wasn't an awful lot. Especially as we had spent diamond dust getting it away. Oh, we haven't spoken to that trader yet. Okay. Drunk bully. Hello. A young man staggers towards you, his expensive doublet wet with wine. As he passes, he brushes shoulders with you and starts yelling, his breath rank with alcohol. Oh, what's your shelf? Who do you think you are, you pig? You trampled on my foot and ruined my doublet. Ugh, I'm gonna demand satisfaction. Okay. Well, you best not anger me. I put away more people and monsters than you have bottles over the course of your waste of a life. Get out of here while you still can. Sorry. I think I confused you with someone else. Oh, sorry, my mistake. These things happen. Mumbling apologies, the bully disappears. I'll take my 1000 XP and be quite happy with life. Right. How close is Tristian to his level up? His level up's pretty huge because he's a cleric. Yeah, perfect. He's about 2000 off. So he will level up here. Trader. Best wares on the river. Don't waste time asking where they're from. Get these deals while they last. You notice Octavia's fingers reaching for a sparkling charm on the vendor's belt. My companion is taking a liking to your charm. Would you sell it for, say, 50 gold coins? The vendor gladly takes the gold. Of course, as you wish. Here, please. That will suit you nicely. The vendor smiles as he gives Octavia the trinket. Octavia takes the charm from the vendor's hands, fastens it to her belt, and smiles at you. Oh, thank you. It's just lovely, and so are you. Alright, let's have a look at your wares. You sell rings. Ooh, the Ring of Circumstance. Okay. So wearer of this ring can, after resting while wearing it, activate up to 4 of the abilities from the list below. Removing the ring will immediately remove the bonuses. That's very interesting. That's a really, really good ring. We don't have the money for it at all, but it's good. What kind of price stuff we got here? So that's obviously the best. Physical perfection, we already have a couple of. Perfect components. Interesting. Yeah, I like it. Makes your earlier spells a little bit better. And the rest we kind of have already seen. This one we haven't actually seen, but it's not that good. Absolver Cloak. Yeah. Yeah, this is the Ring of Circumstance is the only truly unique item he has. And it is really good, don't get me wrong. But is it worth spending 300,000 on? Probably not, actually, no. When you can spend a 300,000 on BP, is it worth it? No, because you can spend it on BP. Right. Let's head up this way. Basically, having BP in the game as another currency pretty much means that is it worth it to a lot of questions is no, because you can buy permanent BP upgrades. Right. Let's head along here.
Let us be careful.
Ooh, what have we got? We got dancing people. That's fine. Anything else in here? Nope. Ooh. Time on... Oh, we got a manticore. And we got a bookmaker. We got... Mysteriado. Mysteriado? Hello. Oh, you're going to make these fight. You'll see that these, like the sounds they make are really loud now. Because I had to turn up ambient stuff to get the music. Hello. Come, don't be shy. Witness secrets not meant for mortal eyes. An ethereal battle within a vortex of the supernatural. Bets here. Place your bets. What's going on here? Oh, something special indeed. I'd wager you've never seen the like. Before your eyes unfolds an epic battle between the world's greatest spellcasters, Mysteriado, the devil tamer of Chiliax, versus Zinmirega, magistress of the Irizan witches. Who will win? Who will you bet on? Irizan is a harsh, cold northern land covered in snow and ice of a winter that has lasted centuries. The snow never melts, and the feeling of dread that pervades the nation is perhaps even more ever-present than the ice. For as harsh and unforgiving as the land is, it is nothing compared to those who rule it. The land is governed by the White Witches of Erisen, the descendants of the terrible crone Baba Yaga. All the White Witches are obedient to their queen, who is daughter of Baba Yaga herself. Octavia moves very close to you and, barely suppressing her laughter, whispers, "Some charlatans, huh? Can I teach them a lesson? I found an interesting scroll here. Shall we see how they like it?" You know what? Great idea. Go for it. This is why we're bringing Octavia along, I guess. Let's see what happens. Who dares interfere in one of our fights? Show yourself. Let us see your face. No, seriously, show yourselves or I'll call the guards. The gates of the 99 hells open. Behold, it comes. I said it comes. What did that do? Did it just kill them? Hello? Okay. What are the rules of your game? You think this is just a game? I wouldn't be so sure. The rules are simple enough. Choose one of the spellcasters and place your bet. If you guess the winner, I'll double your wager. If you're wrong, the gold is mine. Well, my bet is on Mysteriado. Bets are set. No more bets. Let the battle commence. Is it a tie? Or are they summoning in new ones? I think they're summoning new ones. Mysteriado's gonna lose? Never mind. Mysteriado's huge. Maybe? Mysteriado's gonna lose. Yeah, he's lost. Wow. Just amazing. Well, I'm done here. Anything along the end here? Apart from more of these things, they're obviously going to escape at some point. Anything along this way?
Clear.
I know the path is clear. Not like we're expecting danger over here. Just owlbears. Whatever. Obviously going to escape. 100%. Right. We got this person over here. Looks interesting. Yeah. What's going on with Urse Kalesi? An elf in leather armor scans the crowd intently. He seems to be the only one at this celebration not participating. He's also the only one beside the guards whose weapon isn't sealed. Your Highness, welcome to Patax. Urse Kalesi, captain of the city guard, at your service. You don't seem to be enjoying the celebration. The celebration is for you. The city guard is just another work day, and right now our work is preventing disruption of the festivities. I thought Patax was a city without laws. Where did the guards come from? Even pirates and smugglers have laws of a kind, and they need someone to keep their order. The city guard was created by the trading houses not long after the city was founded. We're paid by the citizens. Not all of them like us, but they all understand things are better with us than without us. Aravetti seems to have a tight grip on his power over the city. Oh yes, the trading houses hate him, of course, but, well, first and foremost, he has the hostages. Second, each of the families is afraid to act alone, but they're all incapable of acting together. Gasper Liacenza tried to unite them, but to no avail, and it's probably for the best, frankly. The last thing we need is combat in the streets. Aravetti can be blamed for many things. At least he took power quickly and without carnage. Now, Aravetti's enemies have nothing to do but sit around like High Priest Dre Yarns, praying for Calistria to send her giant holy wasps down to take him away. Who might you recommend I meet here? Oh, that depends on the purpose of your visit. If you're here on business, well, you already know King Aravetti, of course, but worth your time to speak to Gasper Liacenza too. The trading houses may have lost much of their former power, but they're still capable of many things. Oh, and if you'd like to partake in a renowned culture, there's Adamid Bellavara, the most famous bard in the city. Oh, and Attilia Garreten as well, headmaster at the academy. Just take care, they can't stand one another. Alright, farewell. Be careful. Alright, city guard, I'm sure we'll speak to him more in the future. We've already went up there, haven't we? Yeah. Okay. There's two things here. Oh, round the corner. The Stefan, whatever his name is. Oh, there's the that's
I believe I found something.
That is the ambassador who came to us. I'm almost certain of it. Ooh, It's a special book. Paladin's Final Temptation. Think we've read that one? No, we haven't. That one's Okay, we'll read this one first. Owner of this book reads one new chapter every time on a rest, granting a benefit until the next rest depending on which companion the chapter described. The chapter selected seemingly randomly. A chapter about Shellburn grants the ability to use Fireball 3 times, cast level 10, DC 18, this day. The chapter about Lord Jezidor grants +5 competency bonus to persuasion and use magic device checks. The chapter about Skirple allows the owner to deal 1 additional damage on each sneak attack damage die. The chapter about Wolfgang Hypton grants +10 competency bonus on stealth checks. The chapter about Ristoff and Brusselton grants an ability to make the target rage as a barbarian for 6 rounds, 3 times a day. The chapter about Kenneth Cowan grants grants an ability to use lightning bolt 3 times a day. Interesting. Then we got the Paladin's Final Temptation. Yeah, we'll read it. Exhausted, Ugamash fell upon the tangled sheets with the hired grunt. Sweat poured down his forehead and blinded his eyes, already swollen with fatigue and strain. Or was it his tears? He would prefer the sweat, the spicy perspiration of a warrior and a male, or better yet, blood. The blood of his enemies, red and hot, shed in the midst of a ferocious fight, but reality stood against his wishes, trying to convince him of what he couldn't accept. He was lying on silky sheets, languishing of lust like some beardless youngster. All he could do was jump off the bed without delay and flee this nymph who had bewitched him with the magic known only to the most lascivious of women. Ugamash's empty stomach lurched with hunger. Yes, that was what he needed. He would happily swallow a big piece of meat in the tavern downstairs. The half-orc sat on the edge of the bed and contemplatively spat sticky saliva on the almost already solid plank floor, then glanced at his prey. Ilaria, that damned witch, the long-legged, curvaceous elf, was completely nude, hair caught by a bone dragon. She lay on the bed, her finger drawing intricate patterns along her insatiable body. These beckoning gestures clouded Ugamash's mind. He was unable to think anymore, and he could not decide which part of his body craved more immediately for satisfaction. "I've heard a thing or two about half-orcs," Illyria said, adding oil to the flames. "But from what I can tell, even the best of them couldn't match mightier Ravetti. It seems as though, after His Majesty, there will be no more miracles in my bed. I suppose I'm destined to content myself with mere shadows from now on, but worry not, my warrior." Ugamash had little time to ponder over Illyria's words as the normal rumbling sounds of the ground floor of the tavern ceased, as though severed with an axe. It was an instinct that compelled Ugamash to reach for the curved sword hidden beneath the clothes on the floor, and a moment later the door to the room flew open and an ominous shadow appeared on the threshold. Ugamash grabbed his weapon and straightened himself, looking the stranger up and down. Shadows do not scare half-orcs. It is their appearance that makes others tremble. The stranger, clad in dusty rags, stepped forward to meet him. His eyes flashed with fierce rage from under the hood, but the sword in his hand shone even more dazzling. The half-orc immediately recognized Albaldir's retribution, and how could he not? How did it end up in the hands of some tramp? Comprehending the situation seemed an impossible task for the half-orc, but answers were not what he was after anyway. With a roar, he raised his weapon and rushed towards the intruder. Okay. Interesting. Definitely haven't read that before. Let's speak to Stefano. Hello. Nice to meet you again. Since your last encounter, Stefano Mosconi has put on a little weight, and his appearance has become even more festive. As you approach, a polite smile blooms on his face. "Why, if this isn't Queen Sarasaros, please allow me to congratulate you on your success." So an arrogant nobleman from Patax who attended your reception, and we also, I believe, saved him on the road somewhere. So we meet again and not on the battlefield, assuming this tournament isn't a trap, of course. Oh, of course it's not. It may be hard to believe, but King Iravetti's intentions are quite honest this time, trust me. He'll make a move sooner or later, but for now he's invited you for a chance to see a new rival with his own eyes. I'll let you in on a little secret. He actually thinks very highly of you. So, this isn't the first year the tournament's been held. Why was I just invited this year? Well, I mean no offense when I say this, but both you and your state were frankly inconsequential. Not significant enough for our attention, but your victory at Brevoy's border and subsequent coronation changed all that. In truth, King Iravetti only invites those he's identified as worthy rivals to the tournament. Sir Iravetti considers me a rival. I didn't think I'd give him any cause for a feud. The unfortunate reality is your very existence, along with the strength of your kingdom has acquired, is cause enough. What would happen if you were to join with Mivon against Patax, or perhaps you might seek to extend your lands west and not stop at the border? What if merchants from Brevoy begin traveling through your lands, bypassing Patax entirely? And of course, the most important question. Mosconi's grin turns predatory. Do you sit securely on your throne, or does Patax stand a chance of expanding east? Well, at least you're honest with me. I appreciate the warning. Think nothing of it. I have great interest in seeing how events will unfold. Well, farewell. Until we meet again, and I'm sure we will. Alright. So, he's pretty much being honest with us. He's telling us this is not a trap, unless it's a double, like, it's a really big trick, and it is, in fact, a trap. Gasper Liasenza. My regards, Queen Soroceros. Gasper Liasenza at your service. Representative of a trade house that ruled Patax before King Iravetti seized power. Tell me about yourself. I'm the head of the Liasenza family and master of what remains of the Iron Fox trade house. Before Iravetti took the crown, it would have been my family receiving you at our house. Alas, we're simply guests at his celebration now. What caused you to lose influence? It's a dark and sordid tale, and I'd swear I'd give my life to learn the full truth of it. Patax was founded by 4 families and ruled by the 4 trade houses for centuries. We quarreled from time to time, of course, and property doesn't always change hands peacefully, but none of us would dream of impinging on another family's lawful rights. And then Iravetti appeared. We underestimated him, thought him nothing more than another adventurer like the thousands of others in the region. He handled matters quickly and chaotically, with assets running through his fingers faster than chips at a card table. His wealth grew rapidly, but he still wasn't a big fish. For a while, at least. He invited representatives from all the trade houses to play cards. No one really knew exactly what happened, but by the morning he owned most of their assets, including the crown. They suspected a rigged game and sent representatives from the families to discuss matters with them. And then a wave of disappearances rolled across the city. My brothers, the former kings of Patax, disappeared along with many other honorable people, and Iravetti made it clear that the lives of his hostages would depend on our obedience. He was our king, and our wealth and power lay in ruins. The citizens of Patax seemed to love Iravetti. You would think so, wouldn't it? It would seem so, wouldn't it? Yet appearances can be deceiving. Yes, he's made many rich and happy, but there are many more lives he's dragged through the mud for his own endless celebration. Trust me. There are many who would gladly put an end to his rule, but the king has so many spies that everyone's afraid to discuss it. As the head of his precious academy, Attilia Giataran and what she thinks, or maybe High Priest Dre yawns, and you'll see their mouths shut tighter than an oyster shell. Who do you recommend I meet here? Oh, well, I'd better tell you who you should avoid. There's a glimmy, sickly-looking gnome wandering about, Khan Varil, chief of the so-called Thieves Guild. He's Iravetti's primary business partner, and they understand the word business quite broadly. You said so-called Thieves Guild. What is it he really does? Oh, certainly not picking pockets. This fellow came from the Marius shortly after Iravetti started his reign. I won't lie, the Pataxian trade houses occasionally made questionable deals, but before Iravetti, those like Varil were driven from the city, faster than you can say, first dose is free. The man's a drug pusher. He sells the bloodbrush extract. He said it enhances all senses extraordinary and evokes vivid visions, also affects minds, and could be toxic in repeated doses. I saw those who overuse it. They cannot put 3 words together. Because of Varil, half the city's youth is on his trash. And Iravetti's pleased as punch about it. The more time citizens spend in altered states, the fewer questions they ask. The gnome also uses his own product. It affects both the body and the mind. He fears his own shadow, seeing deception and trickery everywhere. Those who deal with them hope for fabulous profits, but they more often than not end up at the bottom of the river. Alright, farewell. It was an honor speaking with you, Your Highness. Okay, interesting. So, I'm guessing that we're basically meeting everyone now, and then later we'll have like choices to make with them. But we're kind of getting an idea of who everyone is first. Have we been down this way? Apparently we haven't revealed it. Yeah, we've been down that way, never mind. We just haven't revealed the wall. We don't necessarily need the wall. Okay, that's fine. Who's that? It's just a Pitax warden. It's okay. I was just looking at how much we have left. We've got like an arena there and then something up here. Let's go up to the arena, see what's going on. Yeah, we'll continue on. It's kind of a major story bit. This is the person we were told to meet. Well, we will definitely not speak to him. That seems like the obvious choice. Don't speak to the one you were told to, because it'll probably end your ability to walk around. There's Stray Yarns. Oh, a new face at the celebration. I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Dre Yarns, High Priest of Calestria, at your disposal. Praised be the savoured sting. Hail the unquenchable fire. May Our Lady's charity never leave us. Do many Pitaxians worship Calestria? Yes, of course. She's been the patron goddess of Pitax since its founding. Oh, that explains why you should bring along Reg and Octavian. Now it makes sense a little bit, because they both worship Calestria. Oh, perfect. Anyway, the goddess likes our joyful town, and its citizens love her in return. If you ever visit Pitax, you would surely enjoy the proud spikes of her cathedral. It's the most beautiful building in the city. Who'd you recommend I meet here? There are many prominent people here as usual. My first recommendation would be Maestro Anemid. Many would give their lives to exchange words with her. She's Pitax's best singer and the finest of its women. I heard you're not exactly happy with Ervetti's reign. Oh no, I've no issue with his reign. He's a generous donor and the celebrations he hosts are beyond praise. The king himself, though, his exorbitant pride is irritating. Calestria dislikes those who would place themselves above the gods, and I wouldn't be surprised if she teaches him a lesson sooner or later. That I could deal with, though. There's something else I find harder and harder to tolerate. You see, the goddess patronizes bodily love, but only that given voluntarily. It is sometimes difficult for me to protect my young priests and priestesses from his unsolicited attentions. I fear to imagine how hard it must be for our beautiful Anemid, or what Attilia Gitarin must deal with. The king is said to often mistake the academy for his own personal harem. Oh, interesting. Farewell. So this is going darker.
I'll go.
Fair enough. Oh, we've already... There's Anemid. Did she not come to the royal hunt or something? I think she might have. Oh, Soroceros, the famed baroness. No, excuse me. The Queen of Seros now has come to visit us. It is such a delight to see you here. Maestro Bellavara, well, do you remember me? Lindsay blurts out, turning bright red. Ah, Lindsay, of course I remember you. You and your nonsense at the poetics exam. I hear you have your own publishing house now. I didn't take you for the entrepreneurial sort, but I'm happy you finally found your calling. Tell me, the songs you composed for Ervetti as bold as the one you sang at my capital. Yes, she not only came to the royal hunt, but she came and sang a song at us that was like, we're awful or something. I forget exactly what the words were, but the general gist of it. Anyway, yes, the question. Have my humble verses so offended you that you recall their sting? Please, your highness, it doesn't behove a person of your standing to take umbrage against a petty bard. Do you know the old proverb? The tunes are chosen by the one who pays the piper. Tell me about yourself. You could have easily have asked any of my admirers who Anemid Bellavar is. That would be about 3/4 Pitax, and the rest are all my haters. Ha ha ha. You don't get to be the best among the city of poets and musicians without gathering a few enemies along the way. But why should I concern myself with hacks and sawheads? What can you tell me about King Iravetti? Animede's face darkens for a moment, and she quickly regains her sweet smile. Love him or hate him, you can't deny he's a great man. Pitax was a boring place before him. Only pirates, fences, and the other scum did any business in the area, but then King Iravetti came and turned it into the cultural capital of the region. With him in charge, the arts have flourished and the city has been filled with songs, paintings, and statues. I just pray that Calastria's breaths breathe the same love of the arts into the withered hearts of some of the other rulers of the region, who would prefer to squander the resources on saber rattling. Some may say that King Iravetti doesn't have a taste for the arts. Any successful person gets haters spreading dangerous rumors about them. You should hear all the things they say about me. Ha ha ha. Pay it no mind. Our king is a man of exquisite taste, with appreciation for all kinds of art. Does the king have any enemies? Oh, of course he has enemies. Lots of them. Just like anyone who's actually accomplished anything in life. Take some of the old trade houses, for example. Liasenza and some others whom he stripped of the power. They'd love to see him at the bottom of the river, but even now, their mutual sorry states, they can't even manage to work together. There's also Urse Kalesi, captain of the guard. He was just seething with indignation when the king brought in new rules to the city, but who wants to listen to the whining of failures like them? Iravetti brought a golden age to Pitax. I've heard that King Iravetti can be too persistent in his flirtations. Anemide purses her lips for a moment and replies slowly, choosing her words carefully. I'd prefer not to discuss the private life of His Highness with strangers, much less my own. The details of any interactions between us will remain just that, between us. Let's please discuss another topic. Tell me about the Rushlight tournament. Our beloved king has run this tournament once in several years since he took the throne. Guests from all over the River Kingdoms come for it, from Dagomart to Mivon. It's a pity Bravoy didn't honour us with any representatives this year. I guess the Aldori aren't in a very festive mood right now. On the bright side, we got to host you for the first time, and Calastria willing, it won't be the last. Who do you recommend I meet here? Well, that depends on what you're looking for. If you're in the mood for pleasant company, well, you've already met me. And if you're in the mood for some schadenfreude, you could listen to the whining of Gasper Liazenza, who has lost the Pitaxian crown and his family lost the Pitaxian crown in a card game. Or maybe Attilia Gitarin, the headmaster of the academy, who seems to think her skill at bureaucracy makes her a good bard. And if thrills what you're after, especially shivers down your spine kind, try speaking with Khan Variel, head of the Thieves Guild. Alright, farewell. Enjoy the celebration. Oh, yes, I should have known a bard would have a lot of lines. She talks a lot. Attilia Girtarin. Greetings, Your Highness. I'm Attilia Girtarin, head master of the Academy of the Grand Arts. Welcome to this tournament. Is it your first time here? I'll be honest, I'm delighted to hear what you've done with Seros. Not so long ago, it was little more than a hole in the ground, but you brought it to real civilization. Bravo! Lindsay has some interesting news for you. Yes, Professor Eobold found refuge in our capital, and you know what? He's writing his memoirs of his time at the academy. I'm sure it'll be an entertaining read for everyone in Pitax. No, all of Avastin. A book, you say? How very brave of him. I hope he doesn't neglect to include details of his dismissal. Attilia's voice is ice cold and bone dry. What details? What do you mean? Iravetti kicked Professor Eobold out for just being too smart, didn't he? I'm sure that's how he described it. They call him the insightful for a reason, after all. Anyway, forgive me, I have no interest in discussing the topic further. If you'd like to exchange idle gossip, I'm sure you'll find much more willing and interesting company here. I suspect you know to whom I'm referring. Is that it? Oh no, she'll speak to us, that's fine. How fares the academy? Oh, just splendid. If you find time to visit Pitax, I'd gladly give you a tour. We're currently holding an expedition of our graduates' works. Though it's a pity that... no, it's fine. Believe me, we're plenty worth coming and seeing here. I hear you're not exactly thrilled by Iravetti's power. Forgive me, Your Highness, but this is defamation. My students and I owe everything we have to King Iravetti. If not for him, the Academy of the Grand Arts wouldn't exist. It would be a base ingratitude on my part to engage in any conspiracy against our patron. You must have confused me with Anemide Belivar. She's certainly always ready to bite the hand that feeds or caresses. Who might you recommend I meet here? There are many respectable attendants today. You know King Iravetti, of course. You should be sure to speak to High Priest Dre Yarns as well. He's truly a wise and honourable man. And if I may give you one piece of advice, beware of Karn Variel. He may be business partners with King Iravetti himself, but those who deal with him usually find themselves in a bad way. Since he showed up in the city, our dear captain of the guard, Irize Kalese, has more work that he... Forgive me, I probably said too much. What do you mean when you mentioned the circumstances surrounding Eobald the Insightful's dismissal? Forgive me, Your Highness, but I'd rather not discuss the subject. If you're truly interested, there are a few more slanderers who would gladly share all the dirty details with you. Okay. We know there's a little bit more going on with that. Anything back here? There's a way into somewhere. That must be where Iravetti is. I'd assume. Just looking at where the guards are in that kind of area.
Let us be careful.
We clear up this side. Ooh. Right at the end. What have we got? Sky Metal Cogwheel. Very happy that we got some Sky Metal. And this just leads down to the other side, right? Yeah, so I want to talk to Variel again, because I think that there is stuff to talk to him about now we know who he is. Because before he was like, I'm not telling you anything. I'm a drug dealer. I'm not telling you anything. Except he didn't say that. But now we know he's a drug dealer. We can maybe talk to him a little bit, find out what's going on. So Karn down here. Wait, where is it? All the way down here? No, I probably can't enter the lockpicking contest again. That would seem unlikely. Yeah, we're almost there. We're moving? Yep. And in here we got... Karn. Hello. I've heard a few curious words. Bloodbrush extract, and that you're no ordinary salesman, and your wares are far from mundane. Quiet, quiet, I say. Gripping his sheath tightly, the gnome looks around anxiously before whispering. Too many people here, too many eyes, too many ears. You want to talk business? Find me in Patax. I'll remember you. Alright, see ya. This is basically just a introduction to your characters you'll meet in Patax then. Okay, understand. So if I go and speak to this guy up here, I should find out a little bit more about the trouble that the other one's causing him. Like, it's probably the drugs being spread around, I'd imagine. Anyway. Tristian has decided that he will walk on the left, while everyone else walks on the right. For no apparent reason. Probably so he can walk around this, I'd imagine. Oh, they should be the other way around.
Let's head out.
Hey, what's up? I hear you're not pleased with the way Iravetti rules. The elf looks around carefully. Not so loud. Iravetti has ears everywhere, but if your highness must know, so be it. My fellows and I serve the city. Not the crown, not the trading houses, not whoever has the biggest purse. The city. The dump we call Patax, and all the poor fools who swim around it. Former kings understood this. They're the ones who arranged it in the first place. But when Iravetti took charge, he thought the city guard would be his own personal cutthroats. Once he realized that wasn't the case, he started doing everything in his power to make our jobs harder. Now he's this personal guard he formed, who are above the law and following the orders of a barbarian. Then there's Karn Variel, with his so-called thieves guild. Scumbags flooded the entire city with Numerian drug. Bloodbrush extract, the poison that turns people into mindless sheep. Our former king understood that even Patax needed some bare minimum of order to avoid falling to pieces and floating down a river. But Iravetti seems on track to burn the city to the ground. Farewell. Alright. So we are learning bit by bit what's going on in the city. There's nobody else to speak to from that, so I'm going to speak to the main quest. Yeah. Hello,
The path is clear.
Nunzio. Arpea, Nunzio. Anyway. Your Royal Highness, welcome to the Rushlight tournament. My name is Nunzio Arpea. I have the honor of being His Highness King Iravetti's Master of Ceremonies, who could say the organizer of this tournament. The organization of this tournament rests on my shoulders. If you need anything, I'm at your disposal. Tell me about the tournament. Since starting his reign over Patax, His Highness King Iravetti has held this tournament once every several years, inviting guests from the high society of nearby kingdoms to attend. Today we have guests from Daggermark, Mivon, Gralton, and Timon. Unfortunately, Bravoy did not honor us with their representatives this year. It's entirely possible that recent events and the stressful political climate have put them in a less than festive mood. But we're pleased to have your highness in attendance for the first, and I hope not the last time this year. What events are on the schedule? The tournament consists of 3 contests. First, the participants will display their strength and dexterity in the Fisher's Triathlon, a tribute to local crafts and trades, so to speak. Then there will be a measuring of the competitors' wit in the boasting contest. There's a reason we're the cultural capital of this region, after all. And finally, the event will wrap up with some mock combat in a drunken melee. Then His Majesty will announce the winner of the tournament, and we'll all enjoy a festive banquet followed by a splendid fireworks show. What about the flighting? I'm good at that. Ah, I know that one from Crusader Kings. That's where you basically throw insults at each other, and then the first person to crack is the one who loses. Well, I'm going to say farewell, and I'm going to end the episode here. We're not going to do the tournament this time. We'll do it next time, and I will see you then. Goodbye.